Uh-oh, traders, guess what? Maybe we just got a false breakout on gold. You see that gold chart there? Maybe it's a false breakout. Maybe it's spaghetti-o and down we come. Which I've been looking for, silver, looking at silver here. I'll show you the gold chart as well too. But there's something really interesting happening when it comes to this sector here that I really want to share with you. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, make sure you grab that trading course for free. Put it this way, it's the only trading course you will need and it's for free. And if you are looking for a get rich quick scheme, right, you're searching for that super duper funky dunky indicator that's going to make all your dreams come true, it doesn't exist, right? What really exists is getting really good at the foundations of how markets work and then you becoming better as well too, right? And you becoming better also consists of your ability to cut your losses short. Most traders, one of the biggest mistakes that most traders have is that when they get into trades, if you could just have the ability to not let your ego get involved when it comes to the markets, right? And which means like if you get into a trade, especially us men, right? Like, no, I'm not going to take a loss. It's going to turn around, right? A really good trader says, okay, this trade's not working for me. I need to get out for a loss. And then I'm going to move on to the next trade, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? So one of the big things around trading is you as a person, right? And having losses in the markets is okay, right? Because if you take care of the losses, keep them small, the profits will take care of them. So at the silver chart right now, look at this here with the silver chart. Right? So looking at the silver chart, you can see how we actually had this resistance level through here. We had this strong level coming up through here, and we can see this is the weekly chart now, and you see we actually got back above the 24,000 level. If we have a look at the daily charts, we can see that we've actually had this resistance level through here, all these resistance levels, and you can see what's actually happening right now. Let's actually check this out. So we actually may even have something going on through. Oh, maybe that's the thing. That's the thing. There you go. That's the new terminology for technical analysis. That's the thing. The thing, right? So we had a nice move up. We actually possibly even hit that ultimate level of resistance, which as you can see there. And we actually had a slight little false breakout too. Look at this here. So we had a slight little false breakout from there to there. And we had a breakout to the upside, and then we actually pulled back, right? So that level that we're actually seeing is exactly what's going on there, right? So higher low, and then now we actually had a false breakout, small little false breakout, and then it completely reversed, and now it's gone against you. And so now we're actually getting that pullback. And something I've been talking about with my videos for the last couple of days is that when it comes to this market, it does look like that we're probably going to start to get some sort of a pullback right out of the metals. And I've just been saying this is very, very strong, but I'm expecting some form of a pullback soon. I just don't know when. Now, a pullback means, guys, look here, it's gone up and then it goes down. That's a pullback. The reason why it's a pullback is the trend is up, right? It goes down. It's a pullback. It's pulling back against the trend. Why? Because that's what the market does. And then away it goes again, right? So this is what we're looking at here when it comes to the silver market. Let me show you what's happening here with gold as well too. Gold is also potentially now at its last legs as well too. Now, why do I say that? Is because if you look at this here, right? So we actually had this move up. We had this move up from here. Then we actually slowly increased to the upside from there, right? And then what we actually had is we had this level all through here and all through here. And now you can see it's actually failing. If this was a true breakout, as you can see, we actually got this breakout from there to there. If it was a true breakout, then we continue up, but now we're actually coming back down. So we're probably going to do something like this coming out of the gold market right now. So the gold market for me right now is definitely not a change in trend. Okay, guys, not a change in trend. This is just to me, this is up, overall one move up, down, and then back up again. Okay, so that's the big thing that we need to keep an eye out for when it comes to the good old gold market through there. Let's go have a look at the mining sector as well too. Mining sector, yeah, we actually look at this here. We actually gapped down, but then we actually closed slightly higher. So we're still in this overall movement through here. The really big thing I'm watching for when it comes to the mining stocks is that, and there's something I've been talking about, is that my worry is that this is just a big pullback before we see another move. Down, up, we're probably going to get this move up, and then we're probably going to start to head back down again. Now, how far it heads down? Does it do that? Or does it do just this? Does it do something, or does it head down and then back up again as well too, right? So this, remember guys, this is the technical analysis side of things as well too. Yesterday's video, when I say what I'm expecting in the next 10 years, that's what I'm expecting in the next 10 years. I don't know when that's going to happen. It's just that's the big picture, right? So someone said on my chat box below, John, you're all over the place. I'm like, no, there's actually different setups, right? So I may do a video on the mining sector about the actual long-term view of the actual markets, right? The long-term view. And then in the mining sector, but then I may do a short-term technical analysis, right? So I can actually have a very long-term bullish setup, a very long-term bullish view of the markets, but the stock market the market can still go down for a week or two, right? It's like, that's what it actually does. It's stair steps and moves and grooves and so on and so forth, right? So that's what we're seeing. That's what I'm seeing through there. And same for the GDXJ as well too, right? We're getting this move up. Again, my only concern about looking at this mining sector for the short term anyway, is that we have had a move down, and then a move. Now we've had a move back up. Are we about to actually see this roll over? And that's actually what I'm expecting to see, what's happening out of the mining sector. And it just really depends on what actually happens here. Do we create that higher low like that? Or do we just continue down through here? So if we do continue down, guess what? I'm buying more of the mining stocks. Buying more. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, guys. Just a short little update across the mining stocks through there. I'm really expecting this rally here is coming to an end, I believe, and I believe we're about to see a movement on the downside. Now, let's talk about this here just for a minute, guys. I want to finish this off here when it comes to your trading. I find a lot of I had one of my past clients who was with me for 2 years. Okay, here's the thing. He was with me for 2 years, and then throughout the last 2 years, he's continued to not stay focused. I would teach him what to do, right? And I would teach him how to trade. I'd teach him the setups. I'd teach him what to do. But the big thing is that your mindset, your discipline, your consistency, your patience, that's the thing that's going to make you or break you as a trader. It's not the system itself, right? So I have a system that most of the time will generate a profit. I have my losses as well too, but my losses are small and my profits are big. Right? And I get a very high win-loss ratio overall. So the whole thing about that is when we're trading is that if you are trading the markets with firstly, you don't even have a strategy, then you're a big mistake. But most of you guys have some form of a strategy. Your problem is that you're not disciplined enough, right? You want to take all this other bullshit. And so this client of mine who recently, he'd been with me for 2 years, he continually didn't focus on what I teach him. He was continually taking other bullshit setups that he shouldn't be taking, other trades that he shouldn't be taking, other things he just wasn't focused on the stuff that I was teaching him. And for the whole 2 years, I'm just like, you are going backwards here. You are going backwards here, right? And then he emailed me just recently, a couple of days ago, saying, I'm sick of losing trades. I'm sick of losing. And then he shows me his trades, and none of them meet the trading rules that I trade, that I've been teaching him for 2 years. And so even if you do have a trading system, people are like, give me a good strategy. It's like, you don't understand. Like there's actually another guy in the chat box below, right? She's trying to tell people, you know how good he is and so on and so forth. And then suddenly you realize it's like, oh, my last four trades have been losing trades. Like you guys don't get it, right? It's like success in the markets is 5% strategy, because I can teach you my strategy. In fact, in that trading course below, I teach you it for free, right? So the whole thing about that is that your make or break is the hardest thing about trading is the what I call the big three: the discipline to only be taking that setup, and that's hard, right? Because if you don't have a trade for a whole week, I had a recent client who joined my inner circle recently, and he's like, oh, John, I joined 1 day ago and I'm looking for a trade today. I'm like, Big mistake, right? Big mistake. Because you're looking for to make money every single day. And that's actually, if you want to be a professional trader, what does a professional trader do? Professional trader, if you want to be that professional trader that makes a lot of money, what does he do? One, he actually has his setup. Okay, cool. So he knows exactly what he's looking for. If you don't even know exactly what you're looking for, you're on the back end straight away. Remember, that's only 5% of your success. Then once you have it, then his discipline is consistent and he's patient. Patience simply means, and this is a big thing for you guys, right? You want to trade every day so you can make money every day. Then you go backwards. You go backwards by doing that, right? Instead of just being patient and waiting for the really good quality setups when you're trading the markets, right? So if you want to be good, the big thing is is you need to have that the word comes to my mind just then is self-control, right? We need to have that self-control to say, I'm going to be disciplined. Discipline simply means I'm not going to take anything apart from the setups that look like this. Now, the big thing is the patience then, right? That's the discipline side. The big thing is the patience side. The patience side simply means I don't care if you have to wait a whole month for one really good quality setup to trade. That's what you have to do. Now, here's the thing. Most people say, John, a whole month without trading, I'm trying to make money from this thing. But if you do the opposite and you take a whole bunch of bullshit, what's going to happen? You're going to lose money. So I'm trying to show you the path to actually making good money out of the markets here.